Okay, we are with Stephanie. How you doing, Stephanie? Thank you so much for getting your work submitted early. I really, really appreciate when you guys submit early. I really do. It just gives a lot more chance to take a look at work, and plus by submitting early like this, you're giving your other classmates a chance to look at your work in the comments and kind of base their presentations off that. So it takes some guts for you guys that, the first few posters. So I appreciate that. Excellent. So I really, really love the fact that you're starting to design and really starting to get into this. That's wonderful. I got some comments, and we'll go through your program, and I'll make some comments, and we'll see if we can't start making some good sense to you. Okay, so your information collateral is a business card, and my first inclination here is it's really small to be a piece of information collateral, because when you think about it, okay, are you giving this away to be information collateral, or are you giving it away to be seed paper? It appears to me that you're giving it away just to give away seed paper, because this is not a whole lot of information for a flyer or for a informational collateral. It's just not, there's not much here. It's probably, I hate to say this because it sounds derogatory, and we've all heard this comment before, but I'm going to use it. It's probably not worth the paper it's printed on. And I don't mean that as an insult at all. I really don't. I just want you to get to thinking about, this little tiny business card and the cost associated with the printing, trimming, cutting, etc. For this little bit of information. Okay. It just doesn't seem like the payback or the return on investment is there. My suggestion is the wonderful design, by the way. It's fabulous. These little graphics are phenomenal. I think they're just so good. And this one too. And that's great job. Really good job. So my suggestion is maybe to do something other than a business card. Something where you can disseminate this information that you need to distribute throughout the trade show viewers. To really proclaim your grassroots movement and give facts behind your movement. Okay. This is just not enough though. Maybe a flyer, maybe a trifold that's got a small corner of it that, you tear off, and, I'm just going to give you an idea. Okay. So instead of this, you have a whole brochure, and the brochure has all of your information on one side. The other side, I've used this before, so if it sounds familiar, it's all your information on one side. The other side has got a map of the trade show, and then in the corner, it's got your, maybe a. Boy, I'm trying to think of how we can do this. Maybe you just do a trifold brochure where, one side of it, or even a brochure, a flyer, where one side of it is your grassroots information, okay, your information, and then on the other side is a map of the trade show floor, so trade show visitors, know where each booth is, and they know where they can see each booth, and then they turn that in at the end of the show for a parking voucher, and that'll ensure that they don't get thrown away. So your idea here is this little business card, and I'm thinking, okay, so how do we fit more information on this? And my first suggestion would be to make it bigger. If we make it bigger, we run into the issue of, what do? Plant the whole thing? Do we plant the whole flyer? And that's a possibility. But then again, we talk about the cost associated with seed paper that's the size of a 8.5 by 11 flyer. Okay. So I want you to work that out, but those are my concerns right now. Okay. The other thing is that you say biodegradable eco paper made with post-consumer waste and embedded wildflower seeds. So research that and tell me exactly, instead of just saying, okay, this is biodegradable eco paper. Point to a resource, point to an actual, maybe even an actual product that you can use for your paper. Did you see what I'm saying? Color palette looks fabulous. I think the T-shirt is a good idea for a giveaway, and the tag that you plant is great. I really do, because the giveaway is just nobody's going to not accept a T-shirt. Everybody's going to take your T-shirt, and to be honest with you, this tag, that's a seed tag, it's so interesting. I just can't imagine anybody not at least trying it. Okay, so I think your giveaway item, the T-shirt, is good. I think that making it out of hemp, 100% biodegradable hemp, is a good idea. This is good. It grows without herbicides, fungicides, pesticides. Hemp-based fibers are one of the longest natural fibers. They're stronger natural. Point to some research on that. Okay, so in other words, saying this, say, according to so-and-so and so-and-so, hemp grows well without herb. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? And then point to your source there. Okay, so your trade show booth, the main thing with the trade show booth is it looks like your trade show booth is somewhat, well, not as developed as your other pieces, but the one thing that I think that you're forgetting for the trade show booth is that you have to point to sustainability. In other words, tell me what that wall is made of. Tell me what that wall is made of. How are the graphics adhered to the wall? What are the graphics printed on, and what is the ink they're printed from? And tell me about what are these things made of? All of these things. How are they made? What are the materials? I said last week, one of the most important things we can do for this project is really give a very detailed materials list and really research your materials. And that is going to give this project just oodles of credibility. Yes, oodles is a technical word, by the way. Oodles of credibility. So think about that. So think about just giving more credibility to the presentation by pointing to things like materials. Okay. Other than that, I think you're doing fabulous. If you have any questions or comments moving forward, just please feel free to get with me. Okay. Thanks very much.